We love to get a glimpse into celebrities' lives and what they like to eat. I am recreating 5 celebrity salads just in time for potluck season. I'm starting with probably the most famous salad on the internet, Jennifer Aniston's salad. This is the salad she ate every day for 10 years on the set of Friends. So it's called the friendship salad. She calls it a version of a Cobb salad that they pretty much butchered on set. It sounds delicious. It's really packed with protein, it's hearty, and I think it's gonna be right up my alley. She says crispy, crispy turkey bacon. So I'm gonna start by cooking my turkey bacon and getting it crispy, crispy. I do like that she said crispy, crispy, because that's the only way I like my bacon. Gonna get that crispy, crispy while we prep everything else. The salad's packed with protein. It has 3 different types of protein. We got the turkey bacon. We also have salami and chicken. So I'm just gonna chop these up. This is kind of the salad I could eat every day. Also, it's gonna have all the perfect bites, the good crunch, the tanginess, the creaminess. What I like about this salad is that it's really not fancy or pretentious. It's like an everyday people's salad. And it makes me think of a salad bar. These are things you'd probably get on the salad bar, which is kind of how they created it from their commissary kitchen. She also included garbanzo beans / chickpeas. She says she didn't like a lot of those because they messed up her stomach. This one's really easy. She said Italian dressing. I'm just gonna whisk together a homemade style Italian dressing. I'm gonna start with a little bit of garlic. I'm gonna do some red wine vinegar, a little bit of oregano, or you could do Italian seasoning, pinch of crushed red pepper, a little bit of salt, and some pepper. And then I'm just gonna whisk that together with olive oil. You could use a store-bought one here. She didn't specify. This is just kind of how we do it in our family. I like to do 1 part vinegar to 2 parts olive oil. That'll work. Okay, the bacon should be done. It's not really greasy, so there's not much to drain off, but as it cools, it'll become crunchy. All right, now I'm just gonna chop it up and put everything together. Now we build, and the base, maybe my favorite salad lettuce, iceberg. I know it has no nutritional value, but it's not like it's bad for you. We're getting nutrients elsewhere. The crunch that you get and the crispness from iceberg, it's unmatched. Okay, then on go our proteins. I'm gonna save a little bit back for the topping. Chickpeas, but not too many. We don't wanna upset Jen's stomach. A chopped tomato. All right, and then she said pecorino cheese. So I've got some pecorino romano cheese. I really like this addition. It's really like an Italian Cobb salad. I'm grating it so that you can get little bites of that saltiness in there. I imagine you could just use the pre-grated kind, but celebrity status, you're gonna go a little more all out, right? This to me is the perfect dinner salad. When you don't feel like cooking, this is the way to go. And this is the kind of salad that'll fill you up. Some people think that a salad should just be a side. This is the kind that doubles as a meal. This is one of those days. Normally I'm having to eat, 5 meals of pure indulgence. Today I'm eating 5 salads. It's nice for a change. How else am I gonna keep this girlish figure? A lot of perfect bites in here, you can see them. It's delicious. The salty bite that's in the salad mixed with that tangy dressing, that's like the addictive quality of the salad. So I could see how you could eat this every day, if not at least several times a week. The real Jennifer Aniston salad, the friendship salad, I give it a solid 9 out of 10. Next up, Cameron Diaz, and I'm recreating her corn salad. This is full of crunch. She says it's the perfect thing to snack on. I think it's the perfect thing with picnic season coming up in the summer. This could be an excellent potluck choice because it's gonna be one of those salads that you can make ahead and enjoy just at room temperature. The version she did, and there's actually a video of her making the salad, so this isn't just reportedly one of her favorites. This is her talking about it, and she showed us how to make it. Okay, the corn in her recipe is roasted. She gets it really crunchy and brown. I've seen somebody make this with frozen corn, which I think you could totally do. All right, so now I'm just gonna throw this in a skillet with a little oil and get it brown until it starts popping, like popcorn. But in all her cooking videos, she's always drinking a little crisp glass of white wine, and that sounds good about now. I can do it too. Gotta bring out my inner Cameron. Perfect. For the extra crunch factor, sugar snap peas, and I love this combination. I'm all about crunchy when it comes to salads. I can tell celebrities that can actually cook and ones that just can't. And you can tell that Cameron Diaz actually knows like what she's doing in the kitchen. So she cuts her sugar snap peas really small so that way in the salad you get bites of corn and sugar snap in the same. Smart. I do enjoy watching celebrity recipes, especially when they're in their own kitchens cooking, because I'm that kind of person. I love to see what's in their fridge. I don't know why, it's just intriguing to me. Those are like the main ingredients, and then we're just gonna make a little dressing. She starts with a little bit of garlic and some champagne vinegar. And then I thought this ingredient was interesting and very nice, a little orange juice to bring in a little sweetness, and then some olive oil. And then the good flaky sea salt. Nice, fresh, and light. Corn is nice and roasted. In we go. She says it's okay that the corn is still warm because it really absorbs the dressing that way. And then I was really hoping she would do this at the end, and she did. Some feta cheese. It's got sweet and tangy. Now we're gonna have that like kind of salty brininess. I think I'm gonna like this one. Cameron Diaz's roasted corn crunchy salad. How does it taste? I like this because it's like the something different. Sort of don't know how I feel about the orange in there. I love everything about this except maybe the orange juice. It's kind of like doing something with my brain. But the crunch, the saltiness, the freshness of the salad is awesome. But overall, only because of the orange juice, I'm gonna have to go 8. Solid 8 though. The viral Matthew McConaughey tuna salad. This one wins the award for the most random recipe of the day, but I have done it before and I'm telling you it's delicious. He says it's what he makes on a Sunday when he's like cleaning out the fridge and the pantry.
Clean out the fridge.
And somehow he came up with a genius creation, and I'm here for it. The ingredients in here, like I said, are random, but somehow they just go together. So I'm gonna start with some mayonnaise. And to that, I'm gonna go with a little lemon juice and a little red onion. And we're gonna finely chop it. You do want everything chopped really small, so again, that you can get a little bit of everything in your bite. Now a couple teaspoons of white wine vinegar. And this is another one. I created the recipe based on all the things he was saying in the interview when he was talking about this tuna salad. But I think I nailed it. And then he said a little Italian dressing. Now, the kicker ingredient, what he thinks is his secret. Little wasabi, that's what he says it.
Mixed with wasabi.
Wasabi paste. This is readily available in the grocery store, and this adds just that little bite that you're like, what is that? Not quite sure when it's mixed with all this stuff, but again, this is not trial and error. I have done this before, but I haven't given it a grade. Okay, now it gets really fun. Some pickles, some chopped up dill pickles. I mean, I can just see it. He's just pulling stuff out of the fridge randomly and just building something. Some apple. I know, but it goes. I mean, I do think he knows food. You got sweet and salty and briny and tangy and spicy. I hope he sees this and he can tell me how I did. Everybody tag him in this video. Now I have seen peas in tuna salad before. When I worked in restaurant kitchens, some of the workers back there would whip up a little batch. Delicious. And then some fresh corn, because we had one corn cob left over. This is where I won when it came to developing the recipe for this versus the other versions that I saw people do. Because he says, and jalapeno chips, what I think he means are these little jalapeno crisps that look like chips. Not potato chips that are jalapeno flavored. This. Oh, I don't think I ever tasted them by themselves. All right, and then we'll just fold the tuna in last. I'm gonna do the nicer tuna packed in olive oil because I imagine that's what he has. He does specifically state that you need to let this kind of come together. The flavors have to marry, and that's not my rule, it's his, but I agree. So, I'm gonna cover it, refrigerate it for just a little bit. Because you can see it's a little bit loose, that's gonna tighten up. The infamous and random Matthew McConaughey tuna salad. See, it's set up now a little bit, it's absorbed those flavors, it's not runny. That's what I like. Every bite, I mean, you can just tell by looking at it, is perfect because it has a little bit of everything. You can really taste every single thing we put in there, which was a lot. But you get the little pops from the corn and the peas, the hint of sweetness from the apple. I mean, everything, the onion, the lemon, and the wasabi. The wasabi just kind of like hits you in the back, little kick from the jalapeno. I mean, I really like this tuna salad. When it comes to tuna salad, I'm gonna give this one Also a solid 9. All right, all right, all right. This next salad is perfect for a potluck, and it comes straight from Flavortown. We're making Guy Fieri's macaroni salad, which is potluck's most popular salad. Fieri, excuse me. I thought a macaroni salad would be the perfect addition, and when I'm looking up macaroni salads with celebrities, one of the top picks is this guy's. His macaroni salad starts out pretty traditional. You got your mayonnaise, you got your celery, you got your carrots, but then he takes it to a whole other level, and he gives it the name Mac-Daddi-Roni salad. I don't know about that, but I looked at the ingredients and I'm like, okay, this is a different macaroni salad. You've seen me make macaroni salad before, but this is the something different. This is the one you're gonna bring to the barbecue, the picnic, the potluck, and people are gonna be like, that could be the best macaroni salad I've ever had. Requires chopping up some veggies. We gotta get our macaroni cooking. Salted boiling water. In goes a pound of macaroni. Give it a stir and cook till al dente. And then we have to shock it in cold water. So I've got some finely chopped red onion. This is the rest of what we used earlier. Some carrot, some celery. Now the fun part comes in. Some roasted red peppers that you finely chop. In a lot of macaroni salad recipes, they'll either call for just red bell pepper or pimentos. The roasted red pepper is kind of like that one kick up. So it's a red bell pepper, but it's been roasted. So the flavor of this versus a pimento is going to be a little deeper and better. Then peppadew peppers. These you can often find on the salad bar at some of the grocery stores. They're not spicy. They're more sweet and tangy, like real pickled tasting. And I'm loving this addition. All right, and then the other ingredient that I loved, pepperoncini peppers. More kick, more tang. So a lot of vinegariness in here that's gonna cut some of that richness in the mayonnaise. He says to mince this, that way it just kind of like sprinkles throughout the macaroni salad. For the dressing, 2 cups of mayonnaise, a tablespoon of white vinegar, 3 tablespoons of yellow mustard. Whoa, 2 tablespoons of minced garlic. That's gonna be a lot of garlic. Okay, mix all this together, and then he says to refrigerate it while the pasta cools down. Now, I might have gotten the macaroni that is one size too small. Still the same amount. It's gonna be fine. He also says to put this in a water bath, ice water. I don't have time for a water bath. Time to go to Flavortown. In goes the macaroni, the Mac-Daddi-Roni. In go the roasted red peppers, the carrot, the celery, the onion, the peppadews, and the pepperoncini. And now we mix. I have high hopes. Don't let me down. Thought the yellow mustard was gonna make it too yellow, but it did not. Looks like what you get at the deli, in a good way. Teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of pepper. Are you anticipating this bite as much as I am? Because I'm sorry to say, it says we have to chill it for an hour before we can taste it. Always a waiting game around here. All right, you can see how it has changed after an hour. Those macaroni noodles have absorbed that dressing. Oh yeah, now we're talking. Excited about this. Macaroni salad's never usually my go-to, but maybe today it is. Guy Fieri's Mac-Daddi-Roni salad. It is a punch of flavor. I definitely prefer this over the overly sweet macaroni salads. Love the crunch. Really good flavor. It's almost, I can't believe I would say this, it's like almost too tangy. It might need that pinch of sugar to balance that out a little bit. I think it's the mustard. Like I wouldn't mind just like a slight cutback on that. But all those other veggies that are in there, the peppadews, the pepperoncini, the crunchy carrot, because a lot of these recipes, they'll have the shredded carrot in there, the chopped for that extra crunch, and with the celery, A+. I'm gonna rank it up there, but I have to take off a little. It's just almost too tangy. 9.1. All right, final trick. One of the most viral chicken salads to hit the internet in recent days, and it belongs to Bethenny Frankel. If you don't know who Bethenny Frankel is, she was a Real Housewife of New York, one of like the original housewives of New York. Over the past year, she has deemed herself the chicken salad connoisseur. And so she's put together what makes a perfect chicken salad. But her number one main, most important thing is to use roasted chicken instead of boiled chicken. And it's easiest to shred while it is still warm or room temperature. Which brings me to my next point. It has to be shredded, not cubed. And I am with her on that. I don't want a chunky chicken salad. I want it piecey like this, piecey shreddy. But I don't want it pureed. Okay, don't put it in the food processor. You can just get what you need by rubbing it between your fingers, okay? Here's what you should have. No big chunks, and it definitely didn't come from a can. All right, then she goes ahead and puts the mayonnaise in. I've seen her use different kinds of mayonnaise because I've seen her make it a couple times. But to add this in also while it's still a little bit warm so that it kind of absorbs in there. You can always add more. She's kind of like a taste as you go kind of person. A little salt and pepper, and a little garlic and onion powder. Now, this is the other important thing. Celery, very finely chopped. And then in one video, she had celery juice. Ain't nobody buying celery juice, but I'll show you, we can still get celery juice. I think if you grate some celery, we'll get some juice. Oh yeah, there it goes. See, we're making celery juice right there, people. She put like a teaspoon in there, so it is not worth going to buy some celery juice. So my research is thorough. I'm gonna give it to you, Look at that celery juice. And then I'm gonna do a little red onion, but I'm just doing a tiny bit because I don't think that was in her original, but it is in her favorite. I'll do a Bethenny bite just to sample it. That has to be spot on for her recipe. She always does it on like rice cakes, or I feel like she's done pita chips before. It's a solid chicken salad. The roasted chicken, I like. The texture, I like. The simplicity, I like. What I feel like I'm lacking is like a little dimension in there. Like it needs, I don't like a sweet chicken salad, but it needs something to balance out just this saltiness. Like it tastes just a little bit flat. Like I need a little more tang in there. Either we need a pickle of some sort, or like some lemon juice, something. We need a little something else in there, Bethenny. But I appreciate your intel into chicken salad because I think you're right on a lot of things. This is a purist chicken salad, which I can appreciate. It's almost a little bit too basic. It's really good though. I mean, like you should make this like this, or at least take some techniques from here. 7.9. But a good 7.9. I really don't think you can go wrong with any of these salad recipes. I hope you'll give them a try, and if you do, I'd love to know what you think. She just eats like this.